Disclaimer. Talk one more time.
Talk, check, talk.
Beautiful.
Voice, speaking, talking.
Sounds good to me. I don't even know if we remember how to do this.
Yeah, I know. All right.
We're going.
We're live.
The first podcast of the new year of 2021.
First one anyone has recorded, I believe.
I think we're Didn't we invent this?
I think so. Pretty sure, at least, We invented good podcasts anyway.
Bro. Gee whiz. 2021, the year of good podcasts and good podcasts only. From here on out, we'll be giving you nothing but heat fire. We haven't watched the Christmas episode yet, but it may or may not be scrapped. May or may not be coming out.
Yeah, and all that time between then and now, we haven't watched it.
We've been busy. We've been busy people.
I can't believe it's 2021. It's gross just seeing
How
it on
fast
there.
did 2020 go by? We could talk about 2020. What was 2020 like for you? 2020.
I mean, it was...
Outside the context of it sucking. And
Yeah, I was like, it sucked for everybody. I think it was just varying degrees of suck for every person. But
what was your degree?
other than, mine was probably a lesser degree than a lot of people. I wasn't at a point where, I was going to go broke or something because of COVID. So
Yeah.
that obviously makes it a hell of a lot better than a lot of people. So,
And nobody in your family passed away either.
nope. My grandma beat COVID at 94 years old. So
Dang, that's a new record, I think.
it's pretty insane.
That's
I don't know
fucking
how.
awesome, actually.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's cool.
And other than that, I mean, I got a lot of shit done. I did a lot of the stuff I wanted to do. I got my first book self-published, which was my goal at the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, I think
so.
2020, in the terms of my life, I got the most done this year than I've gotten completed in any other year, probably combined.
That was a good
I
year.
COVID probably had something to do with it because you just were in your house all day for
Yeah.
at least 3 months. You were just doing nothing, And then they let us go back to work, and then it kind of got back to normal. But
Yeah.
for music, art, and as normal as it could be, dude. For all of my creative stuff, though, this year's been without even a contest, my most accomplished, I guess. And it sucks to say that 2020 was good for me because I know it sucked in the context of life, but
For
honestly,
everybody.
so I feel kind of selfish saying that 2020 was good for me, but
Shut up if you're complaining.
dang, yeah,
We've heard enough of it. It's a new year.
Oh,
COVID stopped on December 31st, so just shut up.
aren't you unique with you and your heartbreaking story about how COVID affected you? Tell it to somebody who cares.
Oh yeah, bro. He took it too far. I wasn't gonna go that far. But
No.
now that we're on the topic, shut the fuck up.
What do you want me to say? Tell me I really care?
I guess we don't give a shit about anything here, yo. We don't care about nothing.
No, people in my family had COVID too. My mom had it, and she also beat it. Thank God. No, I think everybody's resorting to joking about it because it fucking sucked, It really
and
did
it's
suck.
a rare, we're all going through it at the same time, so.
Everybody in the world, not even just everybody.
Yeah,
in America,
literally
that's
everyone.
crazy.
Well,
Well,
probably other countries a lot less now than we
Because they
are,
fucking-
but.
yeah, because they. But that's we'll get past that. We don't need to talk about that. I guess we don't want no KGB coming knocking at our door.
The United States KGB. But yeah, so 2021, I have very high hopes. I've had just a good vibe about it. I don't know. I went home for Christmas. I was home from Christmas Eve to 2 days ago. Today is January 4th.
So that's been about a week.
So yeah, it was however
week
many
vacay.
days. Yeah, it was nice. It was a really good reset from my routines and shit that I was in here. And a nice a reset for some of the worst habits, I guess, that I had. Not even necessarily habits, it was just me being lazy pretty much. And then being at home where I couldn't do as much as I can here made me
It makes you
damn.
really it puts a fire under you. You're just I really want to get back and
Yeah, I want to
get in
hit it
fucking
hard.
groove of things.
Which, I mean, that's the plan,
I love that about New Year's too. It's wrapped up in the Christmas time, really. So if you're gonna take work off, it really feels like in your body that you're like resetting. You know, like okay,
Yeah, it
I'm
definitely
going
is.
back and it's gonna be New Year's. Even though like it's such a cliche that people are doing like New Year's resolutions, but like that's why it works. Like everybody feels the same thing.
Well, and it gives you a set amount of time to judge yourself by, which can be a good
Where was
thing.
I?
You don't have to
at
make it a
New Year's
bad
last
thing.
year? Yeah.
Or in just, I mean, a resolution is January 1st to January 1st. It's a set amount of time, you know.
Yeah.
Then you can judge what you did in that amount of time. So it's definitely good to have something to compare
You have
compare
any?
it to.
Do you have any cool ones?
So like my resolutions.
Yeah.
Honestly, at New Year's, I think I generally try to just like reevaluate and say what I want to do more of. It's never necessarily like a hard number or something, but I definitely want to work out more.
Hey.
Well, I need to.
You and everybody else
That's
in the
not
country.
a want so much as a need. But
Yeah, dude, we've been slacking our butts off here. Well, when it comes to our physical bodies, our mental and spiritual bodies.
I go up and down. I'll go for a run every day for 2 weeks and then take 2 weeks off. So
I'm that same way. I'll run for 2 days straight and then I'll take 2 months off. It's the worst.
it's the worst. It happens to everybody, I think. So, but that's definitely top of the list, probably.
You don't have like I want to be able to bench press 2
Shit.
bottles of Coke at the same time.
Not necessarily. I mean,
You're complacent.
I
with
think I
one.
could do that pretty easily. So check that one off.
Dang.
It's already done.
January 4th. That's
I like to make them.
Dang, dude.
I like to set my goals below what I can already do. So like January 1st, I'm already checking off the stuff for most of the year. So as long as I don't go down, then I'm all right. But
Fuck yeah, dude.
aside from that, I mean, it's gonna be writing. Probably, I'm gonna aim for at least averaging 1,000 words every day, which I haven't done yet once, I don't think. So gotta have to bump that average up. But
A third of a million.
yeah, 365K would be a good place to start. 500 if I was feeling
A
bold.
good place to start.
Yeah. I mean, I've already.
Because you just passed the 1 million mile marker a couple weeks ago.
No, I was like the
And you're
beginning
gonna-
of December-ish.
And then you're going to want to double that in 2 years?
in this year.
Well, 50%.
Oh yeah, yep, pretty much.
Jeez, bro.
I mean, I think, and honestly, I did not feel that way when I went home. I did not have that mindset. Like I was in the process of finishing the novel I was working on, or the draft I was working on, and then I finished it. It clocked in at 96K, longest I've ever written. And
Congratulations.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I was like, once it was done, or even once I was just in like the twilight chapters, just like the very end, I was like, damn, I really want to keep, I don't want to stop. I don't want to slow down or even really take a break.
The Twilight chapter. What is that?
Well, just like it was
Vampires and shit?
it was the rat, it was like the wrap up of,
But
Yeah,
we need
that
a
was nice.
soundboard.
that would be good, yeah.
We have the things. I could probably set one up for next episode.
Like a wet fart on there. If you say something dumb. Or,
Is that a natural reaction to a bad joke? You just have fart.
well, it's a fitting, they both get the same reaction.
We need really like classic ones, like the tuba, or maybe it's a trombone, whatever it is. The
Just those two. Shit, we could just.
no, the air horn.
And then the sound like cartoon running. I don't know what that would apply to.
We
but
could have Scooby Doo going rut-row.
that'd be good for like serious times when I'm trying to bail out of the conversation.
When we're looking for a segue.
That's us running into the next topic. Getting out of there. Well, shit, dude. Now we need one.
Now we just gotta go stop this one halfway through, set one up real quick.
Let's go to Walmart and buy a soundboard, whatever that fucking looks like. I don't even
Hey,
know.
do you guys have a soundboard? No, you get paid $12 an hour. You don't know what I'm talking about? I'll yell at you.
Preferably one with the cartoon running sound preloaded on
You
there.
know, the one. We acted out.
No, I don't know. You can act it out while I play it on my phone. And
I'll wear
like,
socks and like put some WD-40 on this on the ground.
running in place, and then you take off.
I like have dry ice in my pockets. I'm smoking. What were we talking about before that?
New Year's resolution.
God bless, bro.
God bless our New Year's resolutions. But yeah, I'm trying to write a lot. I started plotting. I'm not quite ready to just jump into something else, but I'm definitely taking a break from the self-publishing series I'm doing. Mainly just, I think I can take a break from writing by just writing something else that I actually want to write. So,
well, because it's not that you don't like writing or that the writing is tiring necessarily. It's just like thinking about the same thing for so long.
especially, it was a trilogy. So it's like, even when I started a new book, it didn't really feel like I was starting something new because it was tied to what I just did. So it had to relate. But no, I definitely have some ideas brewing, and I started plotting right when I got back. So I've got a very, very
Is it a new
bare
idea?
bones. Yeah. Brand new standalone book.
I haven't.
So.
I don't think I've heard you write a new standalone
No, I
for
haven't
a long
written
time. I've heard about you having a couple ones that you really liked, and you like keep rewriting those ones. But
I haven't done a pure first draft. Well,
can you talk about the idea at all, or no?
Well, I mean, I guess I could.
Or you can talk about the theme, I guess, if you don't want to get too into it. If it's not really like worked out.
Well, I mean, I know what it's gonna be. It's kind of dark though, which is
If you're 3 years or younger,
far.
turn away.
Well, okay. I mean, it's kind of controversial, I guess. But
Ooh.
controversy.
If you're a Democrat, turn away. I'm just kidding. What's it? Dude, just get into it.
Okay, I mean, okay. So
This is our podcast. We get to talk about what we want.
but it's whatever. So it starts out with a guy murdering somebody in his house.
I take it back. Stop.
He murders a guy who, like, a former bully of his. And then he goes out into his car, and he's got a whole bunch of guns and ammo and shit. And he's driving around in his car, and right when he's, like, sighted in on 2 pedestrians that he's gonna kill, he sees, like, some commotion in the distance or whatever. And then it turns out that these, like, things are appearing in the city he lives in. They're just, like, creatures. I don't really know what they look like yet. Humanoid creatures, that's generally the scary part of whatever I write. So they're human-looking things, but they're just, like, massacring people. They're just running around and killing people. And so then he starts shooting those things.
Instead
it's
of the
just
people.
Like, yeah. And then...
Oh, I think you were telling me about this. It's like
I probably did, but it's him, like, figuring out what's happening with those things while also meeting, the other characters he meets are, gonna say things that make him think about what he was doing and why he was.
You're such a great person. This, and that, and then.
Well, that and then.
But also, he was about to.
Also, people who will read into what was happening, and like really or like ask too many questions that makes him uncomfortable, and then they might find out or figure out what was really going on, but. Yeah, it's super bare bones. I've got the 5 act points, which is like 1A, 1B, or 1A, 1, 2A, 2B, 2C, honestly, and then 3 pretty much.
Honestly, 2C is pretty
good. Well, 2C is I was trying to think of how I would assign it, but
I don't know what that means, but that sounds awesome. The book does the way you the premise, dude, you and your words, bro, you're great at those.
I could feel you searching for it,
dude. Yeah, the premise sounds great. I mean,
it's a hot topic essentially.
I was gonna say definitely controversial,
very political, but I mean, I guess. Any publicity's good publicity, right? So.
All right, Democrats, you can tune back in. We're done talking.
We'll put it in a caption at the bottom so you can see it with your headphones off.
We're gonna put it in one of those. We're gonna mute it, but we're gonna have the subtitles in like red and blue letters. And if you're Republican, you can put on the glasses to read them.
Yeah, bro, you told me to not be political at the beginning, and now you're just calling them out left and right, bro.
What do you mean? I don't even know what you're referring to. I'm just kidding.
There's no such thing as Republicans and Democrats. We're all human beings.
We all come from the same Homo species.
That we do. That is true, so maybe cut the politics out, dog.
Cut the bullshit. My bad. We'll get into my
We should have 10 presidents instead of 1.
We should also have 20 parents to each of those 10 presidents, because you need them.
That is the formula.
Whoa, that's political. That's political.
Generally, there are two parents. I mean, to start with.
Why don't you just shut your mouth before you start to we gotta run out of motion. We gotta run out of this.
See what you set into motion, dude.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, that was your fault.
My resolutions this year. I think it's the same thing. The only set number thing that I have set for myself is first 30 days, I'm not gonna drink alcohol. Because I don't know, I feel like it's healthy. It's like it's not that alcohol is bad, but my health like goals were never being met because like I would feel like shit the next day, or I would like eat crappy stuff while I was drinking, or really just alcohol is just bad for you in general and it kills your gains and stuff. So this is my first water podcast episode. I love it. It's amazing, and I think I want to write 100 songs this year.
Damn, that's a lot.
When I was like in December, this last December, when I wasn't working on the project that hasn't come out yet, I was writing a song like literally like every other day, and
that's dope.
That's like 180 songs if I wanted to do that, but just 100 songs. If I could keep that the entire year, that'd be sick, dude. Like,
I mean, it's 100 ideas you get to build on, so.
And it gets me in the habit of really just like getting my stuff done, you know.
And you only get better at writing, so.
I'm trying to take the thinkingness out of music because I think my problem was when I was learning how to play piano or guitar, I really had to think hard about it, you know, like you have to understand what you're doing or else like you can't just like vibe out and know how to play like a good chord progression. Like you have to have a certain amount of knowledge or science to know how to play this stuff. But then like I got in a habit of really, really relying on that. And I want to take that out. I want to go into complete like human instinct, you know, like intuition. And I think you need to work quickly and actively to have that, for me at least. Or, you know, I'm still hypothesizing. Like I have no idea what's going to happen, but I think like I rearranged my room so that I could walk around while I'm doing stuff instead of like sitting at my desk all day. I think that might help. So I'm going to try it out. I really want to take out my cerebral process because it's hasn't been very fruitful for what I want to get accomplished. So that's what I want to look like. That's what I want my music to look like for 2020. And then, of course, you know, working out.
As everybody says.
Dude, as every single person in the U.S.
Everybody's resolution's always to lose 10 pounds.
It's always something. Like a list of things, and it's like, oh, and lose a couple pounds, you know. It's like fair. It's funny, some people will cut out like I'm not doing candy this year. Okay, like then you see them eating like a sugar cookie or like chocolate. It's like, well, this isn't candy. Okay, this is arbitrary thing you're cutting out then instead of.
Or you just eat more of something else and eat more chips instead of candy.
Which I think that's why most people don't like resolutions because it's like, you know, if you don't understand why you're doing it, like they're pretty much freaking useless. Like,
oh yeah, definitely. Oh, most people, yeah, it's just fulfilling the typical New Year's thing of, oh, I have a resolution, like, because that's what you're supposed to have, you know, if you don't actually care, yeah, you're not going to do it at all. You got no chance.
But me, I'm different than everybody else. I'm unique, and I'm going to be the one person to do all of my resolutions.
Well, I think the idea of a resolution is that you were already thinking about it before, and New Year's gives you like the chance to like say, I'm putting it into practice now.
That is valuable, but it does kind of suck that we have to wait around for that.
Well, I think
but in our mind,
resolution.
I think the thing about it is we spend all holiday season eating a bunch of shit and then like sitting around, and then everybody feels like, wow, I did that. I did that too. I think a lot of people did that. I definitely did that. It feels good though, but it's also good to get back into the groove of things.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Well, and it's a good opportunity to set a new groove. You know, to create a new groove. And not go back into what becomes a rut pretty easily. Even when you're doing things that you said you wanted to do, it can easily fall into a chore. And then you feel like you're stuck doing the thing you're doing, even if it was something you wanted to do.
Did you find that happen this year? Like, was there what was your resolution last year? Do you remember?
It was having a book published by the end of the year.
And you did it.
I did do it.
Mine was
did feel like a chore at times, for sure.
Mine was to have my album out. One out.
It happens. At least it's half out.
I'm a shit person.
Oh, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah, definitely.
Somebody had to. Might as well be me. I'll own up to it. How far through the year would you say it starts like feeling like a rut? It's usually, honestly, for me, it's like fucking April, and I'm like, dang, what a long year this has been, bro.
I don't even know if it's like I don't know what happens. I think it's honestly my mindset or my habits outside of the thing that I wanted to do and that I actually committed to. I'm good enough now. Like, I've written 1 million words. It's pretty easy for me to commit to writing.
Dude, we get it. You've written 1 million words. Chill. We get it.
I've written, well, at this point, it's over 1 million.
Should we have a word count? And what is it, 1.1?
No, then I'd have to look at it all the time. Hell no.
You already bring it up every 5 seconds. So.
But what I was going to say was, because I've written 1 million words, it is not hard for me to say, I'm going to write X amount of words. Like, obviously, I had to have that habit to get to 1 million in the first place. But it's my thoughts around doing it that then make it feel like if I'm dreading doing it and then I do it anyway, like I still did it and I could still be glad I did, but it doesn't feel as good. I don't want to like have to dread accomplishing that thing, you know?
Right.
Which is what I think at a certain point, that's what turns. And maybe I just need to mix it up more and not say like with my series, I was just like full bore. I wrote 2 new drafts of the first one in like the last 3 months of the year, 3 or 4 months, 2 new drafts of the first one, 2 drafts of the second one, and a full draft of the third one. But it's just because I was like determined to finish that. Whereas it's no problem to finish, you know, as long as I finish the idea, like one draft and then set it on the side and then do something else. As long as I finish the idea I'm working on, I think I just need to be more content with having a lot of projects in an unfinished space.
I think that's the thing that we probably get stuck in is like the need to find success right away. Like in order to sell books, I have to get these books out. So I'm not going to allow myself to work on anything else except, and that's exactly what I thought about with my project.
And then it starts torturing you.
And then mentally. It sucks. It's like once you stop being in such a freaking rush, once you like take away that friction and allow yourself to really do the things you want to do. Again, hypothesizing. I don't know if this is going to fucking work. I really hope this does. But yeah, once you allow yourself to work on things, the product will be better. You'll enjoy doing it. Hopefully, eventually you'll release the book. But there's a lot of artists who musical artists who are like, yeah, I wrote this song like 1.5 years ago. I was sitting on it. I listened to it and I was like, oh, I want to release that. Like we should probably have that level of patience,
Yeah, and it's just the artist lifestyle feels so demanding. Like if you are not churning things out, then you're already in last place.
Or it feels that way. Or
we
like to feel that way, or people like to make us feel that way, or
well, it's so easy to compare yourself to the next person doing what you're doing, who's doing more of it than you are, and then you can instantly get discouraged. Yeah. But
they always ask, where's the new music, not how's the new music.
Yeah, I mean, for real. That's true.
Jeremy said that to me after our first podcast came out. I said something like, oh, they don't ask the right questions. Your family doesn't know how to help you. It was very ignorant of me to say anyways, but Jeremy calls me. He's like, so how was the process? I was like, oh, dang, bro.
What a bro.
My man.
Shout out to Jeremy.
He watches, too. He'll see this.
What's up,
Jeremy? Naughty Wonders Pod.
Oh, yeah, I mean, 2021, I'm going in with a lot of hope. I think that's been the thing I've been feeling the most, is just hopeful. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. I was like, I'm excited to take on another year, and see what I can do, see what I can get under my belt as far as writing. And I do think that I'm going to try to get a traditionally published book in the process this year.
So that would just mean like finding a publisher?
Going through like an agent who then goes through a publisher and tries to get you a deal pretty much.
You probably sell more books that way.
I would sell more. I would give up a certain amount of creative control, such as like the title and the cover art. But I mean, the book's still gonna be mine. I think if I could find the right editor with like a publishing company, I could. That could be like a huge break for me. If I could find someone who really knows what they're doing and who really vibes with like the idea I'm trying to get across, that would probably be the most valuable thing for me right now.
Is that kind of like going into interviews, like for a record label, like
I think it's
setting
similar,
up an interview with this publisher, and then like showing them your work, and then maybe
pretty
they
much
like it?
it all goes through the agent usually. Like I would send a query letter, it's called, to an agent, which would
You have to like look up agents,
which would which would detail like what my book is about, and if they thought the idea was good, they would request like the first chapter. And if they read the first chapter and they thought it was good, then they'd request the whole manuscript. And then if they thought that was good, then they might sign you. And then they would start trying to
I bet they
put
get
your work
emails out the wall.
Oh yeah,
too, dude.
definitely.
You have to sell them just on the idea.
Pretty much. And so it helps
Dude,
if you have an audience already.
I was gonna say, dude, there's so many books that if you just break them, or like so many movies even, like because I can relate more to that if you just broke them down into the idea of that, like
it's hard.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Let's break down that movie just to its idea, and then you strip it. You strip
I don't even know what that would be.
You strip it of everything that it is, and then you watch the movie. You're like, oh shit, that was fantastic. That's kind of dumb. I mean, I guess it's
just how it is.
That's the way it is, yeah.
And it's not because I mean I think it's because
what are they gonna do?
I can't play a song for somebody that takes 3 minutes for them to listen to, and they get to decide if it's good or bad. It's gonna take them, weeks out of their life to go through this entire 300-page book and decide if it's good or bad. So,
and you're not the only person who's asking them to.
Not even close. Yeah. And there's more like people with independent audiences. They're on Instagram or whatever. They happen to, or TikTok, something, and they happen to have they have 10,000 followers. Well, they value that. The industry values that a lot because they think 10,000 sales. So, and I have nothing right now other than our, 100 views on the first episode of our podcast, like 25 on the second one.
What's up, baby?
But it's so, it takes a certain amount of luck, as with anything, but it would help. I think what I would focus on is myself. I've already written 1 million words. That would be the first thing I would say probably is like, I have the work ethic to make something out of this. So it'll either be you or somebody else who publishes my first book, and it'd go from there. Like, I'd have no doubt that I'll keep writing. So
I was never focused on getting bigger, just getting better.
Yeah, exactly. That's the goal. I mean, but now I think I'm in a place where I could make a book that could get published and be successful. Maybe that doesn't mean that I'd get 1 million fucking sales or something, but 10,000 sales, 5,000, something to start with. I think the way I write, I could have an audience that would buy every book I wrote, even if it's small, which would be perfectly fine with me. I'd be more than happy not being famous and just having a small audience that reads every single thing I put out.
If that did happen, would your life even really change? Like, would you still...
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's
not much.
That's the freedom we get, is like, I don't know, we think that we have to have this arbitrary goal to be completed. Like, I need a record deal before I can, be a real musician. But even if I did get signed tomorrow, would I quit my job and just like write full time? No, I'd become depressed if I did that. Like, I need to be able to gradually move into things, because shoot, I don't know what I would do if I just got famous all of a sudden. Like, that would suck. I wouldn't know how to deal with that. I don't barely know how to deal with myself now. Yeah. Couldn't imagine just like getting thrown into this new world. Like, I'm in no rush. Like, my goal isn't even to talk to a record label this year. My goal is to refine my process of music, so that way when I make if I write 100 songs, when I make the 10 really, really good songs and the one hit I write this year, because that's 1% of your songs are going to be great. 10% are good. 100%, you're probably going to be the only person that hears them. Which, so be it.
That sounds about right.
At the end of this year, when I have all that progress behind me, all of that well, just that much more experience, you know, of really feeling my process instead of being so like scientific about it. Once I have that, then I think that'll be my next year. That'll be my 2022 maybe. But I really
That's crazy.
I
A whole year away, dude, and God knows what's gonna happen in a year.
literally like here we are, just a couple of monkeys planning out our life. Like we know
Yep.
anything, bro.
For real.
But I mean, shoot, are we just not gonna plan things like?
It's the
We have minds
human
for a
condition
reason,
to try.
yeah.
I think.
We
so.
try to be in control of so many things, but
really you're in
who
control
are
of nothing.
we? Who are we? Yeah,
You're in control of what you do day to day, every day. Not even day to day, just today.
just today.
You're in control of what you're doing right now, and that's literally it.
It's fun to think about, though. It's fun to think about 2022, even though 2021 is here.
That's very freeing. I think that that was my book of the year was The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle.
It's on my list. I've been on that first chapter for about a year now.
It was honestly like it opened my eyes for sure.
It's recommended by a lot of people, or like a certain kind of person. But I really do want to read it.
And I think that it's things you already know, but it's explained in a way that really drives it home how unnecessary anything other than that is. You know, like, that living in the now is the most important thing you can do.
You know it, but
It's hearing how he puts it into words and all the situations that he describes around it. And I was like, that's really true. Like the biggest thing for us especially, we're about to turn 23.
ugh.
So if we view life as a race, we're already way behind most people.
Yeah, they're starting when they're
As far as how most people would see, the
Success
standard,
yeah.
success. The standard of success is college degree, good job, and you're done. You made it.
married by 20 through 22, 23.
Oh, God.
First kiddo on the way, 24, 25, after you had 2 years to
Fuck that.
mingle with your partner.
That sounds awful. But I'm on my own schedule, and it takes effort a lot of times to insulate yourself from just all the doubt that can creep in from looking at any number of things. I told you I saw an Ask Reddit thread about people who gave up on their dreams and like settled for the stable or more secure life. How did you feel? And plenty of them said, like, oh, I don't feel that bad about it, honestly. It was
That's so relieving.
I gave it my best shot, and then I...
Not that I plan on fucking stopping.
Thank God I can give up now. Thank God I can just give up.
God, I can quit this facade of, I love being a musician.
Go get a job in finance. Bro.
Now I can go finish my degree in business management, bro.
And that just sounds unconscionable to me right now. But
I'm so excited about art.
And it's just like, maybe there will come a day when I don't feel that way, but I'll have to cross that bridge when I come to it.
Yeah.
And there's no point in imagining it ahead of you, so...
Yeah, it's like imagining that your mom's going to yell at you, but she's not even going to yell at you. So it's like you replay that over and over. Like you're so scared she will. And you're already living in the reality that she's going to.
Yeah.
And then you get home and she's like, hey, what's up? It's like, you're sweating. No need to sweat, bro. Don't sweat it.
Stop sweating, yo.
Dude, are you okay? Drink some
You're
water.
drenched in sweat.
Take this
right now.
towel. Go wash your clothes. You stink bad.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people don't think that way, but a lot of people's views on life are determined by outside influences.
That dollar bill, yo.
In which
sometimes.
If that's your shit, then you're better off than we are. I mean, if you just love making money, congratulations, because that's because then you'll find a way to make money, and then you're gonna be rich. So.
I hate making money.
I would love to make money, but that's not what drives me. So then it's like, I'm in it for the long haul, I guess.
I don't have to buy the name brand peanut butter this time around.
Hell no, I'm always on that Jif shit.
Baby.
Jif or nothing.
Well, I think it's pronounced GIF, isn't it?
Nice.
No controversies on this podcast.
I'm going to beat you to death after this for saying that.
Democrats, you can tune back in.
But yeah, I mean, it's impossible not to be at least a little scared about where you're going in the future, but
My dad told me one piece of advice. He was like, or I don't know if it was, maybe it was just a bit of sage wisdom. He was like, you know, Jake, you should be thankful that you don't know what's gonna happen. Or else, how boring would that shit be? You know, like
oh, I completely agree with that.
imagine just like, you know, playing a game and like it's always easy, like a Mario game, but you're just like walking straight the whole time. You probably just quit the game, you know.
Variety is the spice of life, and I think uncertainty goes hand in hand with variety.
Well, and failure and
Oh, yeah.
heartbreak, like all the bad things in life that hurt, like that's what makes it, well, maybe fun. Not
So it makes
not in
you
the
grow,
time.
and then you get to enjoy things in a new way.
That's what makes the victory so rewarding, you know.
For sure. Which sure there'll be plenty of that this year, and then there are gonna be bad times,
No, not
as there
for me.
always are.
Not for me. This is gonna be my perfect year.
Jake's gonna have a perfect year.
We're starting good.
No
so far.
slip ups. Nothing goes wrong.
Ain't stubbed my toe once. That's one of my resolutions. Don't break a bone.
His new TV's gonna fall off the wall halfway through the year, and
Shout out new TV in my bedroom. Love you, dude.
already changed his life.
I just set it up about an hour and a half ago. Haven't even watched anything on it yet, but it looks cool sitting there on the wall. I bought a drill. I bought my first drill
So
today.
explain it more. Yeah. Talk about the TV more.
I bought my fucking. So you know how like there's like I'm not gonna even bother with it.
Or are you gonna try to explain how a TV works?
Well, there's lights.
I was gonna say I
and
don't believe that you know that.
Each pixel, at least in the LCDs, each pixel is made up
LCD only.
It's made of an RGB capsule. That stands for red, green, and bonkers. If you
Those
know.
are colors.
Yep, and
If you miss kindergarten.
that's in each one of them. Mine's 4K, so that means there's 3,900 something on the bottom.
That doesn't sound like 4,000, but
Well, it rounds up, and then there's a bunch of them.
and then magically just you see pictures on the screen or what?
then Game of Thrones is on there somehow. I think it's witchcraft.
How does the electricity work?
There is none.
Oh, it's solar powered.
I gotta go there with a balloon next to it, and I gotta charge it up.
It's
Charge
powered
up
by
next to my hair.
Christmas spirit. So if you believe hard enough all year, it'll stay on.
With all you boys and girls who make the sleigh go around the world. Isn't that how it goes?
I think that's
elf.
how that old song goes.
Jingle bells.
That we all know.
The one we all love. Oh, that's what I want to do this year. I want to write an original Christmas song that doesn't suck. Because let's be honest, guys. They are not usually that good. Most of them that are new. Actually, all of them. Yeah, I'm just going to go. I'm gonna just take my stand.
What if that's how you blew up?
New Christmas music. So
Would you
I'm
be
like
okay
Mariah
with that?
Carey.
Would you be
All
okay
I want for Christmas. And then I just. But I'll do my own song.
Would you be okay with your Christmas song being what blew you up?
Nah, I'd probably just
You're
cash
up.
out.
And they'd be like, "Where's the album?" And you'd be like, "Here's an album." They're like, "Christmas album."
Hello, you're canceled now.
We don't care about your shitty little pop songs. Get back on the Christmas shit.
Oh, you think we want to hear your unique heartbreak, the things you're excited about in love? No, we want to hear you talk about snow and jingle bells
And Santa with washboard abs.
and reindeer with also washboard abs.
Huge cocks.
No, small cogs only, dude. Who do you think? No, like I said, no controversies here. You're gonna make the men feel.
I'm sorry.
You're gonna make
I'm
the
sorry.
men feel insecure.
I'm
dude.
sorry.
I'm already feeling insecure.
Take the
dude.
insecurity back. They have regular sized cocks.
Thank God. Maybe a little bit below average.
Just so everyone's included here. If you got a micro penis, tough luck. But
Hey, this ain't the podcast for you, buddy. we know who you are.
this ain't the society for you, pal. I think
right.
they got some room in Alaska.
Democrats, how many times do I have to say it?
Damn. All right, well, if that gets cut, that was fun to talk about for a second.
I love talking about micro cocks. Micro wieners, I mean. Dude, my mom might watch this someday.
Well, then at that point,
Mom, I don't have a micro cock.
I don't think that's what she'd be wondering. But
I hope I didn't raise no micro penis.
why, you're telling me she doesn't know you don't?
Am I just? What do you
She
mean?
was your mother.
Yeah, but she hasn't seen it for
You
a
came
long
out of her
time.
fucking...
It's grown since she's seen it. I hope she hasn't seen it recently.
All right.
This got to
Cut.
stop because we can't.
Cut.
Hey, we just
Jake, cut. Make the cut right here.
We can't talk about wieners on the podcast.
Not in that depth.
No,
That's too much detail.
too much, dude.
Anyways, yeah, dude, washboard abs on the
Washboard
reindeer
abs
would be
on the
hilarious. That'd be so funny. That would be hilarious.
What if they? Never mind.
Let's not. Let's not. Let's not. It's fine.
To answer your question, that would stink. It might be like a. Let's cross that bridge when we get there. You know, I don't want to have
When it blows up,
I don't want to have to deal with that until the time comes.
I'm gonna walk in and you're gonna be face down on the floor, and I'm gonna look at your Spotify and see 2 million streams. Be like,
I'm
damn.
gonna just be drinking a big glass of eggnog, virgin, of course.
Usually it's not.
Not usually.
Most eggnog isn't. It's dirty.
Oh, is that the distinguishing factor? We got virgin until we got dirty.
Dirty eggnog.
We all know that. Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Let's not.
What if
Been there, done that.
What if the eggnog asked for forgiveness?
If it went to a priest, then I would entertain the thought. Jesus
we might
Christ.
have to do we might have to do a lot of cuts in this. Dang, maybe I should have drank this episode. Sober Jake should got a dirty fucking mind, I guess.
He also likes bringing up Democrats and Republicans a lot.
Oh, you're gonna say the D word on this in this podcast?
Speaking of both parties, you can turn it back on now. We're almost done.
Now is about the time where this podcast will be listenable for everybody.
Independence, you can turn it back on.
And the 3-year-old people, you can start listening now. We're gonna start talking about
Stuffed animals.
yeah.
Top 10 stuffed animals of 2020.
Number 1 was definitely what's that dude that lives on the shelf?
The elf.
He was cool.
Dirty elf.
No, he's not. He's clean.
He moves around in the night, bro. What do you think he's doing in all that time?
That's that dark arts.
What do you
that's
think
the
he's
black
doing?
magic, dude. He's summoning things. I don't like that.
Yeah, summoning him 9 months later.
All right, babies. That just means that
Put your elves on the shelves away. They're done. It's time for the New Year's rabbit on
new
the
year,
shelf.
new me. That's what it's time for.
Yep.
My thing was Winnie the Pooh coming after you. I'm talking to you, kid. The 3-year-old person. Hopefully.
Shouts to all the 3-year-olds listening to the pod this week.
Goo Goo Gaga.
We dropped a mixtape in the daycare near our house, so hopefully
I love you. You love me.
Well, it was a pod mixtape, but
Oh. I love you. You love me. Is that what you're implying?
no, it wasn't. It actually wasn't, but
You weren't implying that
we
this
could
we just have fire.
maybe there's like a few hot tracks in there, and then a couple episodes of the pod to like
the clean,
get them
refined
thinking
versions.
young. You know, we're getting them.
We
thinking.
really want them to. Yeah, we want to develop their brains so that they're not pieces of
poop.
refuse.
Even, that was even better.
Poop's a better word.
Poop,
they
poop's
might
derogatory.
They might understand poop better than refuse.
Feces.
Though. They might understand the word poop more.
That's true.
We don't want your brains to be poo poo. So listen to us talk
Listen to No Hit Wonders
So-
every week.
until you become an adult. We should raise a kid. Out of context, that might have been. If you have a child
Dude, we weren't ready to
who you
share
don't
that.
want to like teach anything, just like
Mail them to us. P.O. Box
P.O. Box.
1666
No, there's no 3 6s in a row.
at City, United States, America. Earth.
And the Milky Way.
It could be an alien. We'll do our best.
We're just gonna put him in a room and we're gonna it'll be like lined with styrofoam so he doesn't hurt himself and stuff. And then we're just gonna be playing our podcast over and over again.
I'm going to see what happens if you put a baby in a sensory deprivation tank for 30 minutes a day, every day till it grows up.
And you make scary faces at him too.
Or you just knock on the outside of it like a monster.
And you go
Yeah, and you do that too.
That would be so scary.
But it's salty water, so they'll float. They'll be fine.
He would.
We'll take good care of them. Plenty of Red Bull, plenty of pizza.
If he ever got a hankering for salt, he could just lay over.
We don't have any breast milk, so you got to mail that too if he's that young, or
Yeah.
she,
My
boy or girl.
My nipple stopped lactating.
A couple days
years
ago.
Oh, a couple days.
Oh shit!
Dang,
Whoa.
dude. Who put that podcast there?
Who put that shit there? I don't remember that, but dang,
bro.
we just filled 45 minutes somehow.
I did it sober. That feels good. You don't know how good I feel right now.
Same after this beer. Be sober.
You've been sober for what, like 4 seconds, 5 seconds?
At least 4.5.
6 seconds? Yeah. I've been sober for 4 days, baby. Made the best podcast of my life, I think.
That was a good
And
one.
we're gonna start it off on starting the new year.
Yeah.
Strong.
Hey, Merry 2021.
Yeah, marry 2021. When you're done marrying her, marry 2022. All right.
Good luck out there, folks. We'll do our best.
Until next time. This has been No Hit
If
Wonders
Jake's
Pod.
plastered in the next episode, don't say a word about it, okay?
It's going rough over here, so why don't you just keep
Some resolutions happen sooner than others.
Why don't you just keep your opinions to yourself, okay? You Democrats.
Had to get one last one.
This has been the Democrat episode. Until next time.
Until next time.
No Hit Wonders podcast, baby.
Oh yeah, wait. No Hit Wonders. Instagram.
Oh,
YouTube.
No
Twitter. We are on Twitter, although we don't use it, but
No Hit Wonders.
we're on the socials.
No Hit Wonders pod on socials.
Yeah, just look it up. You'll probably find it.
You know how to use Google.
Stop asking and just fucking look it up. So,
God, you freaking idiots, bro. All right.
all right. Peace out.
Laters. Oh, I'm not gonna end on that. Goodbye.
Laners.